Welcome back to 1860 Munich and welcome to our second season in the Bundesliga. Right then, today we're going to have a look through at the new transfers we've got in over the summer, and we play our first game in the Bundesliga against, not our first game in the Bundesliga, the first game of our second season against Wolfsburg. Now, the transfers have been a little bit annoying. I did have deals lined up for 3 players, but they've opted to go elsewhere, even though I offered them a better contract overall, a bigger wage, and a better squad status. For some reason, they just didn't want to join us. However, we have spent around 13 million. We've still got a little bit left. I do feel like there's 1 or 2 areas we still need to strengthen, but we'll see how this plays out in terms of transfers. Anyway, let's have a look at the men we have brought in. The first man in is Flynn Downs, a central midfielder signed on a free from Ipswich. He's been there his whole life, playing in the Championship and League One, so it's going to be quite a step to play in the Bundesliga. But if you look at his attributes, he's definitely got what it takes. At 5'8", he's still got very good physicals for his size. Good mentals for a 24-year-old. Good technicals for the job we want him to do. 14 first touch, passing and tackling, which is absolutely fine. We needed another option in central midfield, and he can play, well, he can do this job here as a deep line playmaker, but here he can play as a Mazzala as well. He's quite adept at doing that. And a deep line playmaker. Can he do the advanced role? Not brilliantly, but we've got other players for that. The next man in, also on a free transfer, Scott McKenna. I'm very, very happy with this. A centre-back, Scottish, signed from Aberdeen. Yeah, a free transfer. I mean, he's just very, very good, isn't he? For this division, I think he's going to be an absolute steal. Already worth 8 million, only on 24 grand a week. Our club captain as well. So welcome to the new club captain, Scott McKenna. In all seriousness, Scott McKenna, a left-footed centre-back, capped 37 times by Scotland, so he's clearly a very good player. As a central defender, for this division, very, very good. Someone that could potentially take our defence to the next level. I felt like we needed a little upgrade at centre-back. Unfortunately, Per Schurz hasn't returned on loan. He's been given a new contract at Ajax. They want to play him there, so you're welcome. We've developed him for you. But obviously, we needed to replace Per Schurz, and I think Scott McKenna is the perfect man to do so. Naturally left-footed as well, so there's a good balance now between our centre-back pairing. Another man that hasn't returned on loan is Wilson Isidore, but we have replaced him with another loan signing of, well, they're nowhere near the same level of ability. Francisco Trincao is the next man in at 1860 Munich. Another left-footer, so they feel right at home with me here. But this guy, I've managed him before on Football Manager. He is perfect. Absolutely perfect. We can play him if we want as a left winger on support. Most probably, though, we'll play him out here as either an inverted winger or an inside forward. He is, he's just such a good signing for us and really does take our attack to the next level, I think. But in comparison with the players we've had on this right-hand side in the past few years, Trincao is head and shoulders above everyone else. We are paying a fair amount of wages, 36 grand a week, but we had the money, we may as well get it. On someone like this, it's not actually that much money for someone of this much quality, I think. The next man, Idrissa Doumbia from Sporting Lisbon. We signed him for just 1.5 mil, I believe. Quite a cheap contract, 15 grand a week. Happy to be a squad player. And that's really all I signed him for, just to be a squad player. He's quite versatile along the spine of the team. We're probably not going to play him, this advanced. Definitely not as the striker. But as a defensive midfielder or even a centre midfielder when we need him, he's not amazing, but for such a cheap price, a good all-round player and, just some more depth in central midfield. Plus, we needed someone because Yannick Marchand hasn't returned to the club. He got released by FC Basel and I don't think anyone's picked him up, actually. No, he is still a free agent. I don't think we're going to get him. If we compare him to Idrissa Doumbia, I mean, this is why we signed him. He's just overall a much better player, isn't he? And if we want to keep improving and finishing higher and higher every season in the Bundesliga, we are going to have to make these upgrades. The next man in, another centre-back who is going to partner Scott McKenna, Armel Bella-Kotchap. Every time I saw his name or said his name, I was just thinking of ketchup, and I don't know why. It just started to make me hungry. But Bella-Kotchap signed for 5.25 million from Bochum, from the Bundesliga 2, so a good signing, and we're doing what the board wants us to do, signing players from the lower divisions. But overall, a very, very good defender, a ball-playing defender, which is nice to have. Now Per Schurz isn't coming back, we still have one here. His physicals are absolutely superb. Mentals could do with a bit of work, but they will improve, as will the technicals. But at 21 years old, I thought this was someone, German as well, we could bring into the club and keep for a very long time and hopefully develop into one of the better centre-backs in the league. We are paying him quite a hefty wage, 45 grand per week. This came after the 3 people that I originally wanted to sign just chose somewhere else. So I thought, I'm not going to lose this man. Especially as well, some of the clubs that were interested in him. I remember Juventus, Liverpool, Man United, Man City. I thought if those boys are interested in signing him, they must see something in him. So there was no way I was letting him go. Now, despite Lazzarini having a good season in goal last season, we have signed a new first choice keeper. Miguel Lescano signed for 5 million from Newell's in Argentina. He's done okay there the past few years. Not a massive amount of goals conceded in terms of how many games he's played. But overall, at 21 years old, 5 million, I thought this was a very, very good transfer. Only 10 grand a week as well, signed for the next 4 years. So 5-star potential ability, which is amazing to see. And if we compare him with Lazzarini, there's not a massive amount of difference between the two. But the main thing for me was the fact that Lazzarini, 28 years old, and Miguel Lescano, only 21, plenty of room to develop. He's already, well, at the same level, if not better, than Lazzarini. So that can only improve. I know some people prefer to look at the graph rather than the attributes. So for those graph lovers, here you go. Better aerially, better at shot stopping, better physically, better mentally. There's not one area Lazzarini is better at than Lescano apart from speed. So yeah, Miguel Lescano, very, very happy with this signing. And our most recent signing, now, I agree, this may not look pretty, and those of you that watch me on Twitch will know why I've signed this man. But hear me out, hear me out. A 23-year-old Ghanaian signed for 1.4 million from FC Nordsjælland. Not the best goal-scoring record in the past few seasons, but he is very, very good and he can find the back of the net. An advanced forward, decent dribbling, finishing, first touch, good technique. Off the ball is good. The other mentals, you know, well, ignore them. But physically, he is so fast. Pace 17, acceleration 16, agility 17. I'm thinking that if teams push up on us, we can use this man to get in behind. The long ball over the top, in behind the defence. He will be on it in a flash. Him and Moise Kean could strike up a lovely partnership. Or if we just continue with one up front, he could be the man that could come in later on in the game when defences are getting tired, and the amount of balls we could get to him over the top could be superb. And he's left-footed as well, so hey. But I have been struggling to sign a second choice striker. I knew about this man. I know his strengths. I thought this was a no-brainer at 1.4 million. It's not a massive amount to lose, is it, if it doesn't work out? And they are all the transfers into the club so far. I am still looking to strengthen players, looking to find players. I believe we've got a little bit of money left. 3.8 million and just over 50 grand in wages per week. So we have some wiggle room to try and get some more people in. But if you have a look down the squad, there wasn't many notable outs. I think Nollenberger and Weiss are the only people that have left, apart from those that have left on loan and haven't returned. Speaking of loans that have returned, Kevin Bakusu, Tommy Doyle, Pedri, Moise Kean all come back to the club. Moise Kean, something very interesting in his contract as well. We've added an optional future fee of £10 million, which could well be a no-brainer. His contract's up next year. I haven't looked this through. Okay, so I've put that 10 million optional future fee in when we might not have to exercise it. That is interesting. When January comes, we'll definitely be offering him a contract, see if he'd like to join on a free next summer. If Everton offer him a new contract in the meantime, then at least we know we've got the 10 million optional future fee to get him in. Are we done? Is that it? Have we gone through all the transfers? I think that's everyone. And that brings us on to today's game at home against Wolfsburg, the first game of the Bundesliga season. The team, Lescano starts in goal. A back four of Gubel, Bella Ketchup, Tomato Ketchup. We can't. Bella Kotchap, McKenna and Rico Henry. A midfield three of Etiki, Efkan Bekiroglu and Tommy Doyle. Trincao on the right, Pedri on the left and Moise Kean starts up front. That front three, I'm very excited by that. It looks technical, it's full of goals, it's creative. It's got Tommy Doyle behind those three as the advanced playmaker. Goal scoring shouldn't be an issue for us this season. 2 new centre-backs, a new goalkeeper. So, do you know what? I think we're going to have a very good season. I think we're going to have a good season. And that good season can start today at home against Wolfsburg. I can't remember the result the last time we played them, but it was last season regardless. We want to kick this season off with a win. Like we said, this season is a bit of a free swing. I don't really have many expectations. I don't expect us to be relegated or really be in a relegation battle. I don't expect us to be fighting the top 6. I think we're going to be bouncing around mid-table, but if we can put together a good run of form, the European places, they're not going to be out of reach, I don't think. Half an hour gone here, though. Absolutely nothing has happened. Not one highlight to bring you guys, as half-time is rapidly approaching. Okay, the first highlight of the game. Wolfsburg can bring it forward. Google. I mean, the referee's gone to check VAR. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be a penalty for Wolfsburg. And one of those places... Oh, it's a free kick. That's absolutely shocked me. That's, well, I mean... We've been saved there. Yeboah whips the ball in. McKenna heads away. One of the places I'm looking to strengthen is right back. I feel like that's our weakest spot in our defence, in our back four. Rico Henry at left back, I think, is absolutely fine. Our 2 new centre-backs, I think, will be fine. But right back, Google is good for set pieces, but I think we can get better. Anyway, half-time, 0-0. Not much has happened. We're going to cautiously lay into them. Who looks stressed? Tommy Doyle. Oh, that's not good. Come on, boys. Get back out there. Take the game to Wolfsburg. We've had 6 shots, 3 on target. They've yet to hit the target. An hour gone. Still nothing has happened. We've pushed a few of our attacking boys onto attack duties. And we're pushing a bit higher up the pitch as well. Trying to put some pressure on Wolfsburg and just create a chance. 70 minutes have gone. We've not had anything here. Okay, we've changed to a 4-2-4. Flynn Downs and Isaac Atanga have replaced Bekiroglu and Jan Eteki. We need to try something different. No highlights in 75 minutes it's not very good, is it? We'll demand a bit more from the boys as well. Can we see Atanga in action and the plan that I want him to implement, the plan that I want to implement, can we see it? There is a highlight, unfortunately, for Wolfsburg. Arnold in the middle of the pitch, can't get the ball past Trincao, but we can't get the second ball. And Wolfsburg come forward again. The ball over the top for Stojkovic. The shot is saved. Surely Lino he's offside. Respect the rules. That's not going to count. You cannot be offside, Martin Terrier. I do feel quite lucky there, though. I did think that was actually a goal. I looked up in sheer panic and disbelief. There's another highlight for Wolfsburg. Maybe I've made changes. Martin Terrier. Oh, do you know what? He's annoyed me. This is not a good start to the season. I bigged us up so much. We've got a lot of new signings, to be fair. The ball in. I shouldn't have maybe changed formation. What is Google doing? He just didn't even jump for the ball. And we find ourselves 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go. We've gone very attacking. There's 4 minutes added on. It doesn't look like anything is going to happen. We're going to, well, unless they score again here, we're going to lose the game 1-0. Can we get the second ball? If we can win it here, there's a counter on. Moise Kean. Look at Atanga. Atanga's making a run. Moise Kean going on his own at the moment. Down the left. That's awful. Absolutely awful. Can we win the second ball? We cannot. Wolfsburg can bring it clear. And it looks like our first game of the Bundesliga is annoyingly going to end in defeat. We can't get our foot on the ball in the last 30 seconds and create a chance. Stojkovic coming forward again for Wolfsburg. It wouldn't surprise me if they scored a second. There's 15 seconds to go. We need to. We're not even chasing the ball when it goes forward. So this has been absolutely terrible. I'm very sorry. I must apologise. It's 2-0. This is The ball played through from Arnold. He looked a mile offside. The keeper saved it. The rebound poked in by Stojkovic. And there it is then. 2-0. 2 late goals. Maybe I'm going to have to take the blame for that, I think. We shouldn't have changed things and gone to 4-2-4. We weren't creating anything, but neither were they. And I think going to 4-2-4 has cost us there. Regardlessly, I'm going to shout at them because it still was pretty poor. In terms of the next episode, we're not going to waste any time. Frankfurt away and Werder Bremen at home will be the next episode. We'll also see the end of the transfer window. So if there's anyone else we do sign, we can show you that as well. Well, that was a really disappointing start to the new season. I didn't expect to lose 2-0. I said before the game, Trincao, Pedri and Moise Kean, technically brilliant, creative, lots of goals there, especially with Tommy Doyle behind the 3 of them. We didn't create a highlight. We didn't have one highlight. However, if you've enjoyed the video, please do drop a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. We're back tomorrow evening, 7 PM with the next 2 games in the league. Take care. Goodbye.